Alrighty, so for my shared arts project, I wanted to do something with writing, so I kind of made a guideline for how to write a short story. Like, I added some ingredients that are inspired by the pandemic, and I'll have a document for that I'll share with you guys, but this is what I came up with from following my guidelines that I made for it, so I'm just going to read this short story that I wrote. Devin had stolen from his dad in the past before. Gas money, clothes. Stuff he'd never notice. He's always been close with him too, following in his footsteps, trying to get a degree in marine biology. Do I think he'd ever get a PhD like his dad and end up taking over the maintenance of the aquarium? No. Devin doesn't have the emotional stamina for stuff like that. He takes life easy, 30 years old and still living at home. It's to save money, he says, but I think it's because he just really hates cooking for himself. Today is special because it's my 22nd birthday. It's drizzling outside, but nothing too dreary. Just enough to make the grass that soothing green color, relaxing. Sometimes when I'm driving around aimlessly, one of the thoughts that pops into my mind is seeing the grass like this. I guess this is the universe's way of saying happy birthday to me. I didn't expect Devin to do anything, or anyone to do anything in general for my birthday. After all, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm 22. Apparently, when you turn 18, people aren't required to throw a party for you. I also didn't expect Devin to steal something this crazy from his dad. I fell for him because he has a way with dogs that I've never seen anyone have with anyone before. Walking them, training them, he gets so delighted just cleaning all of their play areas. I wish I could get that excited about smelling shit all day. I think it's so unique that his life path revolves around these little critters. I wish I had that kind of purpose. It sounds so pathetic, but being around Devin is what I really look forward to all day. I don't think he feels the same way about me, but I hold on to the chance that he will. That's probably why I decided to stay in my hometown and be with him instead of making my own way and leaving town. But I'm working on it. I'm figuring it out. It's around 1 a.m. The aquarium's closed off, of course. He gets out the keys and opens the door. It's our own secret break-in. If his dad ever found out about this, we'd be dead. Really, really dead. Especially him. I don't know why he's taking a risk like this, but I have to admit that I feel kind of special that he's bringing me to my favorite place on Earth where it can just be me and my favorite species. No one bothering me. Just me, well, us, and the sharks. We walk up 5 flights of stairs. No need to be quiet since it's just us. The fish could probably hear us, maybe even the turtles. Our feet pound up cold, hard cement. It's pretty chilly as well, but I don't care, I love the cold. It reminds me of Christmas. He grabs my hand. It's warm. We reach the top. It's a small, secret area. The top of the tank is so wide, it's as big as one of those giant swimming pools at the Y. It's a mile deep as well, so when I look in, I can only see a blur of the sharks deep, deep down. The scuba equipment is on the walls for the divers who come in and maintain the tank. There are buckets of dead fish lined up on the shelves. I peek in. It's bloody. I don't know what it is about the sharks, but they've always seemed friendly to me. I know people are starting to warm up to them too, since there's all this new info coming out about sharks, about how sharks are scared of humans and only attack them because they think they're seals. So misunderstood. If sharks were people, they'd be the goth kids. Devin and I sit for a while and listen to the buzz of all the tanks. At least I do. He plays Tetris on his phone. I ask him if he can throw in one of the fish buckets. He says he doesn't want to risk someone getting suspicious that we've been up here. I understand, but I wish he'd do it anyway. Devin wishes me a happy birthday and puts his arm around me. Then he starts talking, on and on, about how he's going to be starting a new life in Canada next week. He got a job as a sled dog handler in northern Canada. I don't say anything. I just cry a little bit. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand that I've sacrificed a lot of my life to be close to him. I've never explicitly told him why I was making certain decisions in order to be closer to him. I just thought he understood. Well, I guess not. It's my birthday, and I don't really feel like getting emotional until I pretty much lose control and ask him to marry me. My mentally exhausted mind's last resort to get him to stay with me. He doesn't say anything. I think he assumes that I'm joking, as always. I stand up and stretch. He stands as well, probably assuming that I'm ready to leave. No, I jump into the tank. Full clothes on and everything. No fears. I rise up to the surface. Devin is really pissed off and asks me to swim to him. He thinks I've lost my mind. I'm just living my dream. I ask him to join me and he just keeps yelling. I figured that this is the only chance in my life I'll have to swim above sharks in an aquarium, and our relationship is done, so better use him for something while I can. But I'm a good person, so I don't want to piss him off any longer. So I swim to him, he helps me out. He's really mad and wants to leave now. I look him in the eye and take a deep breath. He does the same. We calm down together. It's always been a dream of mine to swim with sharks. We have a talk about how adventurous I am, and we eventually get into some stupid argument about how he's more adventurous. Well, I ask him to prove it. Suddenly, he's not so pissy anymore about the swim and decides to jump in as well. He's eventually found so much comfort in just floating at the top of the tank. I wish I could feel like that. Well, I look at the shelves to my left. I grab the fish bucket. I pour it in. All I see is red.